Yo, what's up, everyone? How's it going out there in real world land? I'm your host, Chavez, for another episode of No Running in the Halls. Let me get rid of this music and let's get to it. All right, oh my goodness. Here we go. Booyah. Johnny Vick, aka Johnny Five. Before we get into it, want to pay a little homage to some friends out in Bridge and Tunnel Brewery. This is a classic, everyone. Has anyone ever seen such beautiful work on a beer? This is. Give me all the tea, boy. I'm about to. What's up, Tommy? Mad love goes out to my childhood friend. So, listen, guys, this is called coffee, and it looks like one of those old coffee cups that you would get at some of them some breakfast stands up on the corner. You know what I'm talking about, right? Anyway, this is a cream ale. It's absolutely terrific. Shout out to Bridge and Tunnel. Now, I also want to shout out this pretty beauty. All right, we got a beautiful potato vodka from a company called 1857 Spirits. This is their red. It drinks like a whiskey. That's why I like it. So don't get it twisted for all y'all guys out there who don't know. I only drink whiskey and bourbon, but this actually drinks like a bourbon, just like some rums do. Shout out! You can find this lady every Sunday at Prospect Park in Brooklyn at the farmers market. Truly very good. I actually made a quick drink, dragon fruit Red Bull with that vodka that drinks like a whiskey. Let me put this down. You guys can't see my beautiful face. What's up, GM? Good to have you on. All right, guys. So let's get it off our chest. Welcome to episode 3 called Cafeteria Culture. If you do not know what cafeteria culture is, Johnny Utah. No. That's too many nicknames, Johnny Vick. We got Johnny Vick. We got AKA Johnny Five. Johnny Utah. Okay, let's do a third one. We got it. This is a tracksuit. Yes, yeah, I got pants to match. I was inspired by the movie The Gentleman with Charlie Hunnam and all those British guys. I was so inspired. This is the outfit Colin Farrell wore. I fell in love with it, so I bought it. I had to buy it. Oh, show my fit. All right. Here we go. Boom. So I got on the fit, pants, jacket. Ooh, and I got the Concords on, J11s, Concords, rocking a little bling. You know, we got to do it. We got to do it. Birdman just joined. Loving it. No, I did not. I actually received this in the mail today. It was it was a long time coming. I purchased it a couple weeks ago and I finally got here. I thought it was stolen, but the neighbors grabbed it up and held it for me. So I wanted to wear it tonight because I'm actually going to try and do some fits. I'm actually going to try to move locations down to a different area where I could show off my fit for the day without mentioning it. But maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. I mean, it's brand new and I didn't, it's not dirty, so maybe I'll wear it tomorrow. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, let's get this stuff off our chest. So tonight's episode is episode 3 called not No Running in the Halls. It's called Cafeteria Culture, where I wanted to discuss the culture of the cafeteria or the teacher's cafeteria. And some of the topics that I wanted to bring up is what's the vibe like? And what do teachers talk about? What teachers go to the cafeteria? And I wish I had purchased the green one. I will tell you though, they had a green and red one that was fire. But I don't love green. It's not my favorite color. I don't. People say I look good in green, but that's what people say. I don't feel good. I don't know. Earth tones are not my thing. I'm blue, black, red, white, gray. I like shit like that. Show your chest hair. Come on. Come on. Chest hair? Is that what you really want? You guys don't want that. There's too many men on, by the way. Anyway. Johnny Vick, aka Johnny Five, aka Johnny Utah. That was the guy that was on that first episode, if y'all don't remember. So Johnny Vick is on. You can wear a white tee under that. I'm wearing a white tee under it. See? I gotta go no tee. I know I'm pretty hot right now. This room is pretty hot. So anyway, I love that. This is why I do this. I love chat. I love banter. I love all that stuff. So Hey, Haley's on. I can't. Oh, uncan't. I don't know what that means. Is that a typo? I don't know. I don't know. So what's up, Haley? So yeah, so I want to talk about the culture of the cafeteria. Now I know that doesn't seem like a big topic, but honestly, in any cafeteria that is, what's up, girl? Any cafeteria that holds, a precedence in a workplace, and I don't care where you work, they're gonna put on that. Oh my god, that's so funny, but I don't even. Jay gonna put on that taco meat. You gotta explain that to me. It's funny. I love anything that has the word meat in it, though. Like you can put meat into anything, and it sounds pretty funny. Oh man, you see that baby meat? Or that's a meat sandwich if I ever saw one. Stuff like that. I don't know. I think meat is a funny word. It's almost as funny as the word moist. I don't know. People got problems with the word moist. I don't. I like it. Anyway, chest hair taco. Now I get. Man, I gotta tell you a quick story. This place, Taco Bell, right? Great food. You can't go wrong with a little Taco Bell, right? It's not as bad as White Castle. That one's terrible. You end up shitting your ass off. Um, good response. So yeah, the one near my school is like not too far. It's on like Farrington over in Flushing by the Whitestone Land. And all of a sudden they don't deliver to us. Been getting Taco Bell there for a minute now, and I go to order some, and that was it. Now I'm like, what? They changed it. They changed it. It's crazy. Disagree. I never eat Taco Bell anymore. It's nasty. You're entitled to that, pal. I mean, it's not for everyone. That's for damn sure. It's not for everyone, and I'm very particular about what I order, and I do like it. I mean, I'd rather have Chipotle if you ask me, but Chipotle is not near me. I can't get it. All right, so it's funny that we're having this conversation. This is kind of the kind of conversations that I have in my cafeteria. But when I look at the cafeteria culture in my building, I can't imagine that it's the same exact in every building. And I think that's why I made this topic for episode 3, because I feel like other schools have different vibes. Other schools have different cultures. Some people have, in a different district, you may have a different set of teachers. But in my cafeteria, right, the one that I go to, and I go to mine, right, I don't stay away. That's another thing that I wanted to bring up. In my place, when a teacher walks into the cafeteria that doesn't normally go there, they get pointed out. Like, what are you doing here? Teachers that stay in their own room, or teachers that are unaffiliated with the culture of the cafeteria. And to be fair, I kind of don't blame them sometimes. Um, it's there's a lot of tea spilled in the teacher's cap. Some teachers go there to do work, and they'll throw in their headphones, and they'll get work done. But realistically, I could never do that, and you all know why. And here's the reason why: if you don't, I won't do my work. I will end up having a conversation, whether it's about the weather, to something super important that's going on in the world, or something super important with the DOE. So I can never do work. Like if I literally realistically wanted to do work, I would not go to the cafeteria. That's for sure. However, I will say that the cafeteria is where the microwave is. So, you got to be in and out. You got to get your food. You got to heat it up and be out. So that's something that'll bring somebody in. But I know that a lot of teachers, they have a microwave in their room hidden somewhere, because you know I don't know if this is in every building, but you know they're frowned upon, and I don't know why, but in my building they're frowned upon, and you get spoken to about it. But Caesar, love that guy. Um, so I'll go ahead and say that. There are many specific reasons that most go in. Now, when I go into mine, I see the same people all the time, people that have my schedule, and a lot of the times we aren't even really talking about what's going on in the building. And if we do, I hate to say this, but it's never really it's a negative. You know, a lot of people are very negative when they go to the cafeteria. In my building specifically, there's never really like I titled this show, this episode, Cafeteria Culture Complaints versus Compliments. That's what the original title was. And I took the complaints versus compliments off because I said to myself, I feel like even though the word compliments is in there, the word complaint kind of made it, turned it into a complete negative by the way I looked at it. So I don't know if any one of you teachers that are on right now can chime in on that, but a lot of the time it's really just a venting room, and it really is a room to discuss things that you're upset about. So when I go there, I don't really expect to be all laughs and smiles. I typically eat. I eat there, but you're involved in conversations. The way mine looks is there's a bunch of round tables, these big round tables. I'm going to say about 6 or 7 in there. And then I think there's a long one, right? So there's one that's a little bit more group friendly. And, we talk shit. We really, honestly, we talk a lot of shit. Um, there's really, I mean, I would be lying to you if, and I don't like to lie. I would be lying to you if there was a lot of uh, shit talking about people, because we always have something to say about. I mean, we're human. What's up, Cole? Yo, Colette's here. What's the etiquette with reheating fish in the? It's terrible. Nobody should do that. Yo, Colette, no one should do it. There's actually the funniest reel on Instagram that I saw where the guy who was doing it, he was like loving that he was doing it because he knew everybody would not love it. And heating up fish, man, like it doesn't matter what fish it is. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Facts. Most teachers just complain about everything. I avoided those people. Yes, and you did not see Johnny Five in that area of the school. And I'll tell you, teachers cafeteria never heard of. Man, you don't have one. Interesting. That is very interesting. I would love to know more about why you don't have one. That is very interesting. GM does not have one. I gotta tell you, it would not have. There would be no rhyme or reason to have one in my school. But to be honest with you, we kind of have two. In a way, we have two. We have one that's part of the library where you could go to. It's just like one big. It looks like it was like a conference room, but it just kind of there's a microwave in there. There's a sink. It's all the comforts of the teacher's cafe without it being as big. But yeah, I tend to stay away from any real bickering or trash talking or roasting anyone. No, I don't do that in particular, but it's definitely a stomping post. It's definitely a place to vent and facts. That's for the TAs. You mean the paras? You talking about the paras? Paraprofessionals? Johnny Beck, I'm talking to you. Segregated cafeterias. Oh, for sure. The one in the back. Yeah, the one by the cafeteria. That's definitely a para zone. And I've noticed. I mean, I've eaten in there, but it's funny. There's times where I go in there and there's just teachers trying to get away, and they're trying to just be segregated. Paras, yeah, 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 yeah. There's a small cafeteria off the kids' cafeteria. Some of the paras eat there, and I haven't been down there in years. We eat in empty classrooms, and that brings me to the next part of this conversation, where that's where that's where it's at. If you want to fly below the radar, not be involved in anybody else's bullshit, if you do not want to mingle and socialize with other teachers that you don't typically normally socialize and mingle with, then you will stay in your own room. I think Colette, you can identify with that, because not only do some people chill in their own rooms, but they also chill in the cafeteria. And I can't begin to tell you how many teachers basically fly both ways. Me, I don't think I've ever eaten in my room. Number one, because in my school we have we have a lot of traveling teachers. We don't have enough room in my school. We literally gave up the fourth floor to another school, and we are just crowded and bunched. I used hold on, guys. I used to go on walks and meditate in the park. Yes, I remember that. I do remember that. I remember I'd go on some walks with you. I didn't know that you meditated, but that's probably a good thing to do, especially in the business of education. You know, you can get stressed out pretty quickly. GM says, not at all. I have a good lunch crew, and that is awesome. I wish I had a good lunch crew. I don't really have a lunch crew. I just happen to have off similar periods of a group of people, and that I really don't talk to, and maybe one or two or three. But I hear a GM. I hear you, GM. Yeah, GM's a smart guy, man. You know, if anybody ever has any discrepancies, he's a good guy to talk to. But yeah, I definitely don't think. Did somebody chime in? Let me see. I see this guy came on. No, 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 no. I'm not trying to leave. Jesus Christ. So we got. How about tuna? What's the rule on tuna? I don't know. What is the rule on tuna? Tuna doesn't really smell, right? Tuna doesn't really smell. At least I don't think it does. I know salmon is horrendous to reheat. Um, we're going back. A Colette brings up tuna. Yes, it does. It does smell. I don't think I've ever reheated tuna. I don't think I've ever reheated tuna. I house tuna when I get it, whether it's fresh tuna served Japanese style. Yeah, yeah. And listen, if it does, I didn't know it, but I was today years old when I learned that tuna smells when you reheat it. Some of my lunch crew were a part of the old Ground Round Happy Hour crew. You might remember. Yes, I do remember some of them. Do all of them still work with you? And I remember there was a couple that was at the rooftop that we went to that time that we ran into each other. I think it was like an end of the year party or something. And GM, I'm talking to you by the way. Sorry, I didn't address who I was answering. How about hot dogs and hot dog burps? Oh no, yo, hot dogs are tolerable, pretty much. Nice, nice. Um, yo, hot dogs are tolerable, but the burps are not. what's what's up with what's the etiquette on crop dusting? Lancey? Yo, Lancey, man. Shout out to Lancey. Rest in peace. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, Lancey, man. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would crop dust. I would crop dust anybody and just blame it on somebody else. I don't play that game. Well, whoever smelt the Deltic type of shit. If I'm walking in a crowd, I am not admitting to it, the fact that I farted. Because if that shit stinks, that's not me. I didn't do it. Let me see. So we got. Have you ever consumed alcohol? ALC is alcohol in the cap. I plead the fifth. No, I'm just kidding. I plead the fifth. Yeah, most of the crew is still there. Nice, man. Tell them I said what's up. Get them on, man. Crop dusting students. Now, crop dusting students. Lancer is the king. Yeah, Lancy is king. Does he crop dust people? Don't make me have to talk to that boy. Um, Yo, I remember one time I had to fucking blow one. I had to really get rid of this fucking stomach full of gas, and I had no idea what was gonna happen. But I actually ended up farting on the staircase, and a teacher came from another school came up, and I was like, "Oh my god, let me get out of here!" I darted out of there. Um, Yo, Lancy, he's definitely. Well, I'm sorry, Jimmy Bunting. Jimmy Bunting is not. He's not careful about what he leaves behind. That's for sure. Uh, so speaking of smelling up the cafeteria, that actually does happen a lot. I can walk into the teacher caf and smell pretty much everyone's cooking. Now, I'm a team player. So whenever I heat shit up, it's never fish, never anything close to fish. A lot of it's just ramen because it's quick and easy and fucking delicious. But I don't play that game, man. I don't want to be the culprit of something smelling bad. That's not how I play. What do we say? We said, how about someone who eats the same thing every day? Is that weird? Or you know what, man? I don't think it's weird. If you eat the same thing every day, that's you. I can't really comment on whether that's weird. Maybe that's just convenient for them. I think, I might even fall into that category. I mean, it's kind of the same vibe with me. We got weird. Not weird at all. See, Birdman, I don't think it's weird, right? Do you need to change it up every? Oh, do you need to change it up when no one talks or thinks you're weird? I mean, if the initial funny thing that happened in the cafeteria, funny thing that ever happened in the cafeteria. Well, GM can't comment on that because he doesn't go. But I could tell you a funny story. I don't know. It's funny to me. Um, how about soup? Soup is acceptable. It just can't be a fish soup. Case closed, right? I've heated up beef soup from the spot. You all know the spot, right? 237 guys. You know the spot. Um, so here's a funny story. Um, pea soup. You know what? It's been a minute since I had pea soup. But I don't think that would be bad. Birdman says, we all don't have a private chef at home cook. That's a shot. That's a shot at someone. Shots fired. Anyway, so here's the story. I once walked into the cafeteria and something went missing in the. I'm gonna get to you guys in a minute. Something was missing in the fridge, and the teacher got really, really, really punked out. This guy was, man, he was so upset, and I mean, it was a water bottle. I don't know how much it cost. I don't know what it looked like, but super upset. To the point where like the fridge was slamming and it was a scene. It was a scene, and it was difficult to watch. It was difficult to watch, and I was like, man. I mean, I don't know. I would have been mad too, but I wouldn't have thrown a tantrum. I think it was like a tantrum. It was a little bit of a tantrum that was thrown. Haha, you gotta stay at home. Yo, listen. Even if someone's not cooking at home for you, at the same time, you could just order whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like I said, I tried Taco Bell today, but they were like, "Nope, we don't deliver over there, buddy. Go get yourself some fucking Chinese food." It's like all I eat every day, man. Every day of my fucking life. It's like my. I'm surprised I don't have high blood pressure. My man. One time I was substituting at a school, and the blank woman ate my sandwich that I put in her. Someone found it. Ah! Yo, I can't believe that hasn't happened. Hold on, let me finish reading this. She thought it was her, then she bought me cookies. Well, at least she made up for it, dude. Yo, I've never run into anybody that did that. Let's see what I said. Haha, yeah, okay. I thought the new message came up. Yo, guys, I'm so happy you guys are chiming in, man. I can't begin to tell you how much that makes this show so much better. Um, and she apologized too. She apologized. Yeah, thank God, right? Thank God she apologized. Um, but this guy, going back to the story, this guy literally flipped out over it, but then found it momentarily. Found it, and it was almost like, wow, what did we just witness? Excuse me, I have a sinus infection. But yeah, that was a. I mean, the story. I'm not doing this scene justice by the story and the way I told it. I'm usually a pretty good storyteller, but he threw a fit. It was like a baby fit, and unless that thermos or water flask was given to him and it had like sentimental value, and I don't know that, but it was definitely a scene. It was crazy. All right. Colette says, "What's the rule about sitting at the table where someone is sitting with open? Invite yourself. Wait for it. Do you? Okay. Sorry. With open seat, do you need to wait for an invite? Good question. Um, I think there's an etiquette about where you sit. So I think it was brought up earlier in the conversation how in my school there's a separate room where paras really enjoy being, but there are paras in mine, and they do sit with each other. Rarely do I see a para teacher table. Very rarely. And I think did he have his initials on it? Did he write his name on the bottom? I mean, you know what your shit looks like, right? I mean, you my shit look. This is my water bottle right here. This is mine. All right, I know mine. Mine tells me when to drink water. Right, it's got a bunch of cool shit on it. Right, this is mine. And when I lose it, people know it's mine. Like, or I leave it somewhere. Like, Chavez, you left your water. I'm like, I bet. Thanks. Uh, um, yeah, I so to answer Colette's comment and question, I honestly I typically sit with people that I vibe with. I sit with people that I have good combo with. I sit with people that I feel comfortable sharing things with. Even though I don't share too much at the table, like personal stuff, like I'll bring up other things that I think the table speaks on. I think Colette and I, when we're in there, we usually have the best banter. Um, Birdie, the same thing. Birdman, the same thing. I have good banter with Birdman, but the only thing is Birdman doesn't ever go there. Right, Birdman? You don't go there. Birdman says, "What about if you're a larger man, like an AC, and then, and then or he's a larger man. Let me read this. And there's only one seat left. Can you go and squeeze in or sit alone?" Well, I think that's a coin toss. That's definitely a coin toss. Birdman is now on YouTube. Birdman left Instagram. He's a podcast whore. Squeeze in. Everyone loves the company of the fat guy. Nah, I'm not a cafe guy. Too fat, and the chairs are small. You know, that reminds me of a scene from a movie that I saw once. It was called Shallow Hal. Do you remember when what's her name's character sat on the chair and just flatlined the chair, and Jack Black was like, "Oh man, what are these chairs made of? What, like steel?" Gwyneth Paltrow's character was really heavy, by the way, if you've never seen that movie. And she broke a metal chair. It's very good, by the way. Where does Birdman go during lunch? Birdman is very mysterious. We don't really know if where Birdman goes. Birdie, if you want to chime in on this, Johnny Utah is asking, where do you go? What time do you get to work, and what time do you leave? Because none of us know this. What is the etiquette on noise of your convo in the cafeteria? Great question. You got to keep it at a 4. I'm going with a 4. That's not a whisper. It's not level, but it's also not loud. It's just below medium, a 4. Like, you talk like this. Yo, guys, let me do a little ASMR. Hey, guys, you know how I got these scars? One night. No, it's like a little above a whisper. I mean, can I get some feedback on that? Is that right? Do I get some agrees, disagrees? Let's see what we got. Underrated movie. Shallow Hal is an underrated movie. What is the etiquette on noise in your car? Okay. Does everyone need to hear? No. How loud is that? I honestly, I'm in a small room right now, and I think I'm screaming. Sometimes people don't know the own volume of their voice, and you could hear conversations. It's like this. I was just talking about this today, actually. So I don't know if anybody knows this about me. This is kind of private, but I'm a mouth person. I notice mouths, right? And I was just saying how I notice people's mouths. Like, I'll notice like food in their teeth. I'll notice like a dead tooth. There's dead teeth actually exist. I don't know. It's like a weird fucking thing that I just always do. But some people can hear everything, and There's some people that can't control or understand the volume of their own voice, and we're hearing conversations that we probably shouldn't even be hearing. Like, take that bullshit out of here, man. Let's see what we got here. What if the TV is on? Yo, the TV in our cap is usually on a very low volume, but then when there's nobody in there, that shit is mad loud. That shit is crazy loud. Um, I walk the halls on the phone talking to my friends, bro. That's true, by the way. Politics. Yo, is a cafeteria like a bar? Keep politics and religion out of it, right? But that shit doesn't happen. People talk about it, and people it's brought up, and I think some people are judged on it. To be honest with you, I don't really have a political affiliation. I think it's corrupt. I think our country's corrupt, but whatever. That's just me. Um, Start mad arguments for entertainment. I think that arguments or debates, I think they're healthy. I think they're healthy as long as we all know where we stand in that conversation. What dog do we have in that fight? Do any teachers talk too loud? If they do, would you ever tell them to stop talking loud? I would never tell anybody that they had to do anything. I wouldn't. It's not for me. And in this really fucked up Gen Z um, generation where the adults, that some of them are my age. I'm 45, if I have not ever mentioned that before. Um, uh, yeah, people get like mad offended by shit, and I don't know why this is. Fucking, I actually just slightly off topic. My girl works for her cousin's company where they create games. So they created two games called Dragos and Get Loud, and you know by the grace of God, if there is one, they are being bought by Target and hopefully Walmart. Congratulations to you girls, Carolina and Aralise. Great job, man. I'm so proud of you. But they had to take a card out. They had to take a card out of the deck of the card game, Get Loud, because it said fear the chancla. Do you know what a chancla is? Chancla is a slipper that most grandmothers used to beat your ass when you did some shit wrong. I look 35, Johnny. Shit, man. If I was into you, I would make out with you right now. That's the best news I heard. That took 10 years off. But apparently, me shaving my beard and cutting my hair took 10 years off of my life. So kudos to haircuts and beard trims, because otherwise I look like a homeless man. Only GM rocks a beard like nobody can, because I can't do it. What's the rule with being on the phone in the cap or FaceTime in the cap? I'm a suspect of FaceTiming, but I usually shut it down when somebody enters, so I'm good. So don't try to get at me, but I've definitely FaceTime with like one other person in the room, and they're sitting on the couch in the back, and they can't even hear me anyway. Do you all need? Yeah, we don't need to hear your FaceTime nor see who you're talking to, dude. Is that the outfit from? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Birdman. Look, I got the whole thing. I'm wearing Concords right here. Check them out. Hold on, can you see them over there? Oh no, oh, this is an awkward thing. How did I do that? There we go. J11 Concords. Hey, 55. I don't look 55. Shut up. I do not look 50. God, if I look 55, I would end it all. How could you look 55 when you're only 45? There are people that look older. And I feel bad for them. Tommy, Spanish moms throw them at you. Yo, this is not a lie. Yo, dude, Spanish moms, they will throw them at you because if they can't catch you, Spanish grandmothers, right? They can't catch you, they'll throw that shit at you. And God forbid it's not one of those 65. Damn, bro, that's fucked up. I know you're just joking though. Yeah, fucking if they can't, so you better hope that shit is rubber or plastic, but they hurt just as bad. They hurt just as bad. Uh, but yeah, so Colin Farrell inspired me, dude. I'm buying like 6 of them in different colors. I got to. I've never felt so British in my life. Never felt so British. I think that should be like the title of a movie. So yeah. So there's a lot of etiquette that does so. Hey, Colette, man, thank you for bringing up so many questions and comments because there is such an etiquette to being in this room, and a lot of it has to do with just who's around you and what's okay and what's not okay. Yo, even the smell of your food, man. Like, don't fuck around and be fucking microwaving fish. That's just really like fucked up. Like, don't do that to people. Like, we don't need to smell your leftovers, you know? Here we go. Let's go. It says, is it acceptable as a grown adult to buy school lunch when in need? You kind of have to. You have to resort. It's not a good purchase. It really is not. It's not a popular choice. It's purely subjective, but I think I did it once, but it happened to be on mozzarella stick day. Living the dream, as I would put it, that I got to eat mozzarella sticks. However, there was one day where I did check out what the menu was when I didn't bring any lunch, and it was this slimy ass looking barbecue chicken, and all you got was like one chicken leg. It was preposterous. I was not a part of that. No, fedoras. Look, I wear a lot of hats. Everybody knows I'm a big hat guy. Shit, I fought for it in my school. Look, I'll wear a lot of hats. I have a lot of brimmed hats too, but I will not wear a fedora. I'm sorry if you wear a fedora out there. We could be friends, but I'm secretly making fun of you in my head. I don't wear fedoras. They look stupid. I used to like them, but I'll wear other hats. I probably will wear some on my show. I have a nice brimmed hat that I wore recently. There's a couple of pictures of me. If you follow me on one of my Instagram pages, the J Chobs, I went to Chinatown on Lunar New Year and I was dancing in the street. I was I was getting sturdy. Yeah, 45, getting sturdy. Uh. But I was wearing that hat, so it's good. What do we got? Is it acceptable to judge adults who buy so? And then it was, what if someone inquires about your lunch and you're required to offer a taste? Let's go back to discussing politics and religion. You don't ask for a taste, and you certainly don't wait for someone to offer. Would you beat your kids, Johnny Vick? Is that even part of it? I would never hit a kid. I would if I had kids, which I don't. I don't plan on it. But if I had a kid, I would punish them and give them the consequences that is deserving of their actions. And I would probably just take things away that they really liked. And I would, you know what? I was hit. I didn't like it. I don't really think it just made me scared of my father. When I was hit, I just was full on super fucking frightened of my biological father. If that dude was coming for me, I was hiding. Literally, I didn't sit there and take my licks like a man. I went like a little bitch to hide because that motherfucker hit hard. Oh, you won't get sturdy right now. I mean, I can't. I don't really have the room. But if you want to see it, it's on my Insta. That's why I told you it's on the J Chob's Instagram. You can see me dancing. It was a scene. I actually, no big deal or anything. But I had a group form around me to watch. They thought I was part of the act or something. But I don't know why. I mean, I'm part from Chinese, but um, it was good. I just was feeling the music. And sometimes when you feel the music, you just got to do what you got to do. I'm not saying I'm the best dancer. I mean, I could be in my own head. I dance amazing, but like, you got to do what feels good. It's magic. Uh, hitting. This is about Kevin. Yeah, I don't. It was. Yeah. Johnny Utah brought it up. Would you when you were in middle school? Wait, what would you do when you were in middle school teaching and you got a fart? Ah, dude, I told you, man. I would just do if I couldn't get away, I would just fart and just blame it on somebody else. The first thing you got to do, and people say, "Yo, whoever fucking smelt it dealt it," but I don't believe that. I don't. If you have a good liar's face, which I don't, I suck at it. But if you could try to muster up a good face, all you got to say is, God damn, someone released one? You could have at least excused yourself, right? And you say something like that, like, oh, that's terrible, And you really got to dig into the putting yourselves in a situation where you're really, honestly, you're dissing yourself, you're roasting yourself, but it's in the vein of being what do they call it, vindicated for something that you actually did. SPDs are the best. They definitely are the worst smelling. I think everybody can agree on that. Um, I believe that I totally believe that if you admit to your farts, you're a better man than I. And quite frankly, I don't actually give a shit if someone knows that I farted. It's a human bodily function that sometimes just fucking comes out. And I'm sure we've all smelled some pretty fucking shitty ones in our lives. Um, I definitely don't fart nice farts, that's for sure. But I hear if you ask some of our vegan friends, see sir, um, they'll tell you that whatever you eat and put in your body definitely be dependent on will definitely be the ingredients for a smelly or non-smelly fart. For instance, if you just eat vegetables and you're a, 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 a person who simply eats natural organic things, not only will your poop have the right color, will have the right texture, but it also won't smell as bad. But that's also kind of a weird contradiction because let's look at horses, right? Anybody who lives in New York knows that Central Park has horse carriages, and what does it fucking smell like over there? We all know. We don't have to. We don't have to. We don't have to keep silent on this. Central Park, the west side of Central Park, smells like absolute horse shit. Literally horse shit. And all they eat is hay and grass, maybe some carrots. They're vegetarian, and their poop absolutely is horrendous. I don't like walking past there. It's terrible. I hate it. I don't like it. If someone sits with you, but you don't want to sit with them, how long do you have? Yo, I have the perfect answer for this actually, by the way. Hold on before excusing yourself without. Okay, there's a couple of options here. Here's a couple of options. I'll go with not in any particular order. Take a phone call. Yeah, take a phone call. Take a text. Jimmy Bunting! Hey guys, a star has entered. Let's give a round of applause for Jimmy Bunting. Yeah? Throw some applause up, guys. Come on. Give a little emoji. Great. He joined. Where the fuck were you, Jimmy Bunting? Yes. Fake fake what? DIU? What is that? Dio? Fake Dio? I think is that a misprint or a typo? Wait, so taking a call. you're, you're like the whitest guy I know. You're blushing all the time anyway. You're very rosé. Um, so yeah, so take a call. The next thing is oh shit, I forgot something. And you go, yo, I'm sorry to cut this short. I gotta break out. Make it your fault, right? You gotta go. You forgot something. Yo, oh shit, I have to make copies real quick. Or oh shit, man, I think I left. I think I left something unattended to on a browser. Uh, those are some good ones. Maybe even say, and I don't think I've ever done this, but I'm gonna follow through on it because it's been done to me. Um, just ghost, just be like, yo, man, I'm out of here. I'll see you. I mean, that's pretty much what I think. What does open mouth? Oh, I can't stand open mouth chewers. My ex-wife's brother, former brother-in-law, was an open mouth chewer. This is gross. I can't do it. Yo, I'll tell them. I'm sorry, man, but you cannot. under any circumstances, eat with your mouth open. You can't. No. I don't need to see what your food looks like on every single bite. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And I will call you. I'll be like, yo, man, I don't need to see the inside of your mouth, especially when it's full of chewed up food. Mm-mm. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's fucking disgusting. Um, so yeah, man, I think we covered a lot of ground today, man. Holy shit, this is probably one of my favorite episodes so far, and I want to say thank you to all of you guys for chiming in, man. This really made this episode fun. I feel like it's a boys' club here. I know Haley was on earlier, but it's like a Knights of the Round Table. I'm loving it. I feel very, very, very accomplished right now. Um, but yeah, man. So I got about 13 minutes left because right about now, as I stand with Instagram and YouTube, guys, I have to get subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube and if you haven't been following me on Instagram, please do that and tell your friends, please. I would love to by the end of the school year, which is in June. I would love to get the amount of followers and subscribers that I need. So if you're having fun, I mean, look, man, when I started this show, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. I had an idea, and it was very important to me on all levels to get it out and do this because this is you got to follow your dreams. People say that, and sometimes it's just a lot of verbiage, but I really believe that you should follow your dreams. All right, let's see. We got one more, right? We got another one. What about the guy that drops food all over his shirt every time he eats? Sounds like you have somebody in mind. Um, you're a big boy. Check it out. Look in the mirror. Just the other day, a colleague of mine told me I had something in my mustache. Told him I was saving it for later, but if it bothered him, I would take it out. And I took it out, and he goes, "All right, you look good now." He might have just saw this little gray uh, hair here that I'm somehow obtained over time, but he had me. But I think if you want to be a good person, you always let somebody know if they have something in their beard, something stuck between their teeth. Women, if they have lipstick on their teeth, you got to tell them. Um, Shoot, man, I think it's just the right thing to do. You can't let people walk around. You can't let people walk around looking like that. It's sad. All right, Coletti says, are there different? Oh, wait, are they different than day-to-day calf rules? Well, that's what this episode was about. I wanted to see what other cafeterias look like. Now, to give a quick summary, um, oh, house staff luncheons. What are the rules? Oh, luncheons. That's a good topic. So in my building, we have luncheons, right? We'll do like different things like St. Patty's Day. I'm sure there's going to be something tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to serve St. Patty's Day food. I think last year it was hot dogs and hamburgers. Nothing like what Irish food should be. But luncheons. That's probably when the cafeteria gets most crowded in my building. And you know what's crazy? I don't like it. You know why? Here's why. I don't like it because the principals and administration come in. Sorry, I don't like it. I don't like sitting with them. Not my thing. Like that's our place. And I know, I get it, but think about it. It's like when you say to somebody, "Oh, you look really pretty today," or "You look really good today," or "Oh," and you never said that to them before, right? It's like, "Oh, you only come to the cafeteria when the event is happening," and it's like, come on, that's just you're digging yourself your own hole, like don't come to the cafeteria just because it's some kind of special occasion. Are they different? Okay, I read that already. Um, I will say, to give a little quick summary, I'll say that cafeteria culture really is dependent on who's coming, what they're talking about, and factions, right? There's probably some factions going on in the cafeteria. um I don't know. There's a lot of cross conversations happening, uh, and that's I think that's dedicated to cross conversations with paras and teachers. You know, you get a para from like way across the room. Yo, what'd you think about the book? You know, and then you're like, you're almost dragged into the conversation. Um, you know what I don't like, or I think is a difficult pill to swallow. So I'll go in the cafeteria, and if there's no one there, um, I'll just go on my phone. I'll put in my headphones. If I don't have headphones, I'll put the volume pretty low. But like I'll be like doing something, you know, I'm involved in something on my phone, and you got somebody that wants to chat with me. Yo, money. I do not want to chat with you right now. I just want my own free time. Bug off. You know, I don't want to talk. And you know, I have a person who constantly does that to me in my building. And I thought by now that person would get the hint, but they don't. So that's what it is. You know, I don't mind chatting. I would prefer not to. And I won't be rude about it. No need to be. But I definitely don't. What did Birdie say? What about the guy who doesn't know how to end? No! No, 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 no. Man, we can't bring this up, man. Oh, man. Man. Birdman. You know who I feel bad for, Birdman? Hey, Colette. Mm-mm. That must have been a shit show for you, huh, hey, Colette? Yo, I hate that. I'm gonna tell you right away. Oh, I got about 7 minutes, but I'm gonna say this right now. Yo, I hate when you are doing the backwards walk. You're trying your best to end the conversation. Okay, bro. Nice. All right, man. Yo, I'm gonna get going. Yeah, but you know what? But get the fucking hint, bro. Come on. Yo, that's like the worst thing. Yo, and it happens all the time. And you know what? There's more than one person that does it. You know more than one person that does not let you exit a conversation. That is fucked up, you people. Just break away. Cut the fucking cord, man. Go do something else. You're done. I don't want to continue this conversation. It's terrible. I don't know how that is not. I don't know how it's unbeknownst to that person. It's terrible. Fucking terrible. That was good. That was I didn't want to bring that. Has nothing to do with cafeteria culture. I would I should do an episode on that because there's a lot of people like yo. Conversation was over 10 minutes ago. Like uh, some people just like to hear their own voice. Not me. I actually hate the sound of my voice. Anyway, I wish I had a better voice. Like I don't know, like a TV voice. I like my I like my odd. I don't know what kind of Spanish he is. Spanish guy. Some people say it sounds a lot like Antonio Banderas, and I'll take that because I'm okay with that comparison. But my guy talks like this, and he's very wrathy and says things like, your lips are like soft angel puffs that glimmer in the night, and when I touch them, they make my feet sparkle as I walk through the heavens. Stupid shit like that. Like, and I feel like I definitely sound like Antonio Banderas. First time I ever heard Antonio Banderas talk was in Desperado, and I was like, I love this voice. I think his voice is like he just forgets where punctuation is, and his translation into English is not so good, but he makes it by being sexy. It's very sexy. But anyway, guys, I am going to slowly part with everyone here. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank the people who were on, chiming in and making this such a successful show tonight. Cafeteria culture. We didn't get to the bottom of anything today, but we definitely had a great time talking about it. We got one more. Let's see. What about the microwave? What are the rules? Do you reheat after food? No, do you reheat after your food after the food? Nah, nah, you can't eat after that. Can't eat after that. That person fucked it up for you. He fucked it up for everyone. And you know what? That's selfish. And I don't know why we all just can't respect each other by not bringing fish to reheat. It's behooving to me. So for all you cool cats out there, don't bring fish into a loaded cafeteria. It's unethical. And furthermore, you're gonna lose a lot of friends. And who needs that in their life? What about the 1,000-year-old egg? That stunk. That shit stunk. That was so bad. But it didn't taste bad. That was the weird part. It really didn't taste it. You remember that, right, Colette? That was, you know, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. That was the 1,000-year-old egg. Man, I ate a 1,000-year-old egg. That shit looked like maroon jelly encased on a rotten yolk. That's what it was. That's exactly what it looked like. Think of a translucent maroon colored egg, almost like jelly, and the yolk was like it looked like green rotten. Smelled like ammonia, but tasted pretty good. Surprisingly, that is the craziest thing. I don't know how something could smell so bad, but taste it doesn't equal the taste of it. Um, all right, everybody, yo, thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm glad we got it off our chests. Um, I wanna I wanna end the show by making sure you all subscribe. Please like anything that I am posting. Follow me. No running in the halls underscore for Instagram. If you need the link, I will gladly send it to you. Please pass it forward. These conversations can't happen without you. I certainly don't mind chatting and talking to myself, but it's more fun when you guys chime in. Do you have to share condiments? What are the condiments rules? One condiment per person. That's it. Especially if they come in the little packets. Do not share. It is yours. You are entitled to it. You bought and paid for that food to get those condiments. And you know what? Some of those places will charge you for extra condiments. So no sharing. Not at all. All right. Guys, I'm going to rate this as a developing because this is a developing story and we should come back to it. And I really enjoyed all of the things that were said. I love the questions. I don't have all the answers, guys. I never claimed I did, but we can try. We can try. And I really thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. That means the world to me. So yeah, guys, from me to you, have a great night. Enjoy St. Patty's Day, whether you're working or you're going to the parade. Uh, Wear a little green, drink some green beer, and cheers to everyone. Have a great night. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next Wednesday. Try to stop through on Sunday to This Is How You Know, my other YouTube show. This is how you know. I'm gonna keep the top of the secret for now. You'll see it on. I'll see it. I'll send you a post on Friday and let you know what we're gonna be talking about. All right, guys. Peace out. Thank you very much. Let me end off with a good song. Here we go. Let's do a little. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going. We're going. Hey, hey. So thanks, Jake, for that, man. Solid.